Yosemite Sam.
It's Yosemite Sam.
Yosemite. Yeah, Yosemite Sam. The roughest, toughest, he-man, stuffest hombre is me, Mahatma Gandhi. Now all of you skunks, clear out of here.
So she didn't give a damn. She's a cold
AHA.R.P California Air Quality Resource Board have named submicron-sized particulates as being particularly harmful for human respiration. Through all the discussions today, I have not heard any mention of this fallout, and has this been studied, and also the effects of a highly reactive metal like aluminum on toxifying soils and waters?
The question is, what would be the effects of these materials on human health if they came down into the stratosphere, in particular small particles and aluminum?
So the collaborators of mine working on the aerosol scheme are actually folks from Carnegie Mellon who focused on human health impacts. And while we haven't published it, that was the very first thing we did, was do the order of magnitude calculation in level pencil and paper, but with an expert on human health impacts about whether there could be an issue. And for aluminum or other particles, there are a lot of toxicological things that need to get looked at seriously. But if you're just thinking about the sheer number of particles and the human health impact of small particles, the answer is, well, we haven't published it. That was the first thing we looked at with some of the leading experts who do epidemiological research on human health impacts, and it's not even close to being an issue.
Clarify, so 10 megatons of aluminum dumped into the atmosphere will have no human health impact.
So let me be more careful here. We're to separate out the toxicological. So the alumina, we've only begun to research and published nothing. Alumina, we've only begun to research and published nothing.
Dane looked at him and he said, so you're telling me that spraying 10 to 20 megatons of aluminum, as you said, would have no human health effects? He took a deep breath and he swallowed and he said, let me be more careful here.
We haven't done anything serious on alumina, and so there could be something terrible that we'll find tomorrow we haven't looked at.
And that, for me, that was the whole main point of what is going to be coming out to the public. It's the damaging effects of aluminum that are being found around the world in massive amounts. Here's David Keith confronted on this very issue, and he looked, you know, at that point like they just let the cat out of the bag.
Mm-hmm. We haven't done anything serious on alumina, and so there could be something terrible that we'll find tomorrow we haven't looked at.
And telling them that we have to lay a pattern up there to prevent sun energy from hitting Earth. And what they're doing in there, it's now pretty much determined. They're putting the aluminum, barium, and strontium. Now you take these chemicals and run them through a PubMed literature search in respect to human health, you will find more than 3,000 papers. Aluminum alone, I mean aluminum Alzheimer's, right, mental, I mean there's no question about it. Now it so happens, when there were people who really paid attention, if there was due to some weather and air changes, wind patterns, suddenly this stuff what they're laying out there, it comes down in rain. If it falls on crops, it kills the crops. It's like they have big blisters on any one of the crops, vegetables or things like this. Organic crops, totally destroyed, can't even use them. And when it comes to an area, for example, there's like forests, after that, a few weeks after that, they're totally dead. They're toothpicks, and you can see it all on the internet.
So Obama's talking about all of this with the global warming and that, and a lot of it's a hoax. It's a hoax. I mean, it's a money-making industry, okay? It's a hoax.
And I believe strongly in clean water and clean air. But I don't believe that...
Okay, just a question. Do you know what is a chemtrail?
The what?
A chemtrail.
I do know what a chemtrail is.
Yeah.
About the chemtrail generator.
Oh.
Let's make sure that thing is working. We're going to go check this out.
Oh, look at that. They're working. They're working. You can see the chemtrails coming out of the entrance here. Look at that.
Ich bin Luft- und Raumfahrttechniker und habe Flugzeuge repariert und so weiter. Ich möchte euch jetzt mal ganz kurz erzählen, was ich gemacht habe.
Skies are actually overcast, so we can't see the geoengineering or the chemtrailing that's taking place. It's going on all over the country, all over the world, and people everywhere. There is an epidemic of people simply coughing. How many people do you know?
Look at this. Look at this. I mean, what the is wrong with everyone? Can't you see this? Can't anyone see this in the sky?
It's a lot of WestJet planes flying over top of the place I'm visiting here in Calgary. These are the people who are behind the chemtrails here.
Turn around. Watch.
What they found out was it started interfering with the ionosphere. And when they found that out, it became an experiment. And it's been an experiment for a multitude of weaponry ever since.
You mentioned earlier that you're a pilot.
Yeah.
Talk about chemtrails. We hear a lot about that. What are those, and are they for real?
Well, when you look into that and ask questions, they say, oh yeah, contrails. No, contrails.
I'm dying to take a picture. Oh, that's cool. My neighbor, he got you. So chemtrail jam, doing a video. Chemtrail generators are on, and yeah, there it is. Look, you can see them. Oh, hey, that's awesome. It's working.
At least 6 people are dead in Mississippi after suspected tornadoes tore through the state. Omar Villafranca has a look at the damage across multiple states.
Lord, I pray everybody okay. Severe and destructive weather lashed large parts of the southeast on Easter Sunday. A suspected tornado ripped through row after row of homes in Monroe, Louisiana.
Very scary, very windy.
It was powerful enough to overturn this semi-truck and cause an estimated $30 million in damage at the regional airport.
Massive, massive destruction here in the city of Monroe, but we are resilient. The community will come together as always.
From above, the devastation can be seen for miles around the northern Louisiana city.
I heard this really loud bang, and I was like, okay, well, the window's gone, but I didn't expect this type of destruction when I came outside.
For so many, all that remains are bare walls and scattered belongings. But as if by some miracle, this church appears to have sustained just roof damage. The police chief urged everyone from the surrounding communities not to come see the damage and continue following coronavirus social distancing guidelines.
We asked them to stay home and allow emergency crews to be able to come in and do their jobs.
Some 50 miles to the west in Arcadia, a fallen tree blocked a main road, making driving all the more treacherous. Deadly tornadoes were reported in parts of Mississippi. In the central part of the state, a storm toppled this building where seasonal workers are said to stay during harvest season. No one was believed to be injured. Omar Villafranca, CBS News.
The governors of Mississippi and Louisiana have declared a state of emergency.
Well, sir, you've certainly vanquished all your enemies, the elementary school, the local tavern, the old age home. You must be very proud.
No, not while my greatest nemesis still provides our customers with free light, heat, and energy. I call this enemy the sun. Since the beginning of time, man has yearned to destroy the sun. I will do the next best thing. Block it out.
Good God.
Imagine it, Smithers. Electrical lights and heaters running all day long.
But, sir, every plant and tree will die. Owls will deafen us with incessant hooting. The town sundial will be useless. I don't want any part of this project. It's unconscionably fiendish.
One last question. Have you ever seen the sun set at 3 p.m.? Take one last look at the sun, Springfield.
Well, we know